Hey everyone, so it's late and stuff, but I just came home and I realized that my body art forms package was in, so I'm like, gotta stretch my septum, you know? I haven't stretched my septum in like 6 months. I thought that 10 gauge would be my goal size, but I'm like, wait, no, never mind. I kind of want to stretch my septum up to an 8 gauge so I can stack things properly without having to get like 20 gauge, like tiny little thingies. So I got some stuff from Bath. I got my regular, you know, internally threaded circular barbells that I use for stretching. So I got that in an 8 gauge. Then I also got a insertion taper because I found that stretching without an insertion taper, the higher you go, it's harder to follow up with the jewelry. So I finally got an insertion taper instead of like a normal taper. And then I also got this pretty Glassware Studios septum retainer in black. So I'm gonna get started. I've washed my hands and everything, jojoba oil, and then I've got unscrew the ball there. This is my 8 gauge and this is my 10 gauge. So it's like I think it's a 1 millimeter between sizes. My most painful stretch, I think, was going from a 12 gauge to a 10 gauge. That one was a bit sore, so just gonna lube up the taper. It's a very straight incision, so like I like that. Probably will. Alright, so there's the stretch now. I'm just gonna let it chill for a sec because stretching your septum, you have to go a bit slower than stretching. So, how's your day going? This is the like worst part where it's just like stays easy all the time. I usually like watch a video while I'm stretching my septums. Where is it? Okay. Like my 16 to 14 gauge septum stretch was like the only video that I put online because like it was the only eventful one. My 16 to 14 gauge stretch wasn't very painful. Like it feels like about how I'm feeling right now, which is like pretty average or whatever, but like I had a hard time following through with the jewelry, which kind of sucked. And then my 14 to 12 gauge stretch felt like nothing. It just slipped in like butter. So like, and I actually filmed it, but like I didn't think it was that big of a deal to put it online. Let me lay down. This is like a few days after I stretched my septum. So I've got a Gorilla Glass black retainer in here. The reason why I stretched my septum up again, and I thought that my goal size was going to be a 10, but it's actually an 8 now, is because I want to stack jewelry in my septum. Google stacked septum and you'll find out what I mean. And like the size that I was at 10 gauge, it would be kind of hard to stack a bunch of like average sized pieces of jewelry in my septum, so I just went up to a 8 gauge so that I can like wear a eyelet through my septum and then like comfortably put like a 16 gauge and an 18 gauge or something. I was also looking online and people were saying that you can just wear jewelry through your naked septum. I probably won't be able to do that until it's completely healed. Anyways, I'm gonna go to sleep. It's only 10, but I'm tired. Okay, bye. I hope you have a good day and you look awesome. Okay, bye.